Greetings and hello, this is Connell Dwyer, and of course, brings us to another chapter of Joy of Heraldry. Just a couple of housekeeping items I want to put out before we get started, of course. This is my way of doing things. There may be better ways of doing this, however, this has proven to work well for me. No real world information will ever be shared in this form. And please, as always, keep in mind of the FCA harassment and bullying policy that I've got listed right here. And with that said, let's get started, shall we? And for today, we've got a little bit of fun. I'm going to start off first showing you how I am able to save the actual shield program that I use for all my defaults. Which first we go to, of course, Blue Tiger Herald. Grab a form. And I'm going to use an armory form in this particular case. And just save it anywhere. And of course, we've all seen this once, twice, or a few hundred times. The standard approved form. Now, I usually save a blank on my art projects. And all that is this particular shield right here. And I cut it, removing it off the document. And then we move the document out of the way. Come back in here. And what do you know? There she is. Hasn't been changed, hasn't been altered. And if it looks a little small, that's because by default, pixlr.com tends to make things a little on the small side to start off with. But that's our standard shield size. Now what I normally do after that is I'll get out our cropping tool and I will shrink this thing down. Like so. And finally, like so. they wanted to add on this particular setup. Add a new layer. And you can find these all at Heraldry or Penzic Traceable Art Project or whatnot. Usually when I grab them from there, I usually save them as a separate file. That way I can actually just make it a lot easier for me. Also, it doubles up real well where I can go to an event. Don't have web access, but I've got all these saved. Room right in there, just in case. And now we save it. Normally what I do is I'll put the client's name with the black and white board, because as you know, if you've got a really good quality printer, you could attach that to the form and you have to make one black and white, one color form of color option of that, like kind of like the one I did last time. So in this case, we're just going to do the black and white, and because somebody asked me to help them out on this, which I'm always glad to do, we'll save it to the side. This ain't going to be added to the form because, well, somebody else is going to handle that. However, they do want the color copy too. So in this particular case, what they're looking for is an Argent background. Makes it real simple. However, they do want the chalice and the hearts to be ghouls. So we'll select ghouls. And then we'll grab our little fill-in tool. And always make sure you're selecting over here on which part of the layer, because it's still on the layers. It is. Like that. And like so. Like so. Like that. Like that. And like that. And then what I usually do right thereafter, save the color copy. Now going forward from here, I'm probably just going to print out the two black and whites and hand color with Crayola markers, because that's what the college likes. The actual forms with these attached, because, well, Plague being what it is actually hindering me to actually get to the high quality printer I'm used to. Rat. But that's all it is to it. At this point, I would be confirming with the herald in question, and they would be confirming with their client. just to make sure everything is all up to date. And then we go to, for an example, the SAA Heraldry page to actually get a couple of feedback and have the blazon check actually double checked, and possibly a little bit of a conflict check done along with it. I always tell clients that this is a rudimentarily conflict check, regardless of what we think it is. And then, because we'll go more in depth into that, see, right there. And I'll post it up on there, have the other heralds check me over, make sure my blazon is light, make sure there's no conflicts to go on. And then finally we'll get together with the herald, the client, get the forms together, and go from there. Really hope you enjoyed this today. I'm doing a little bit different than actually doing the live stream. I'm actually going to be loading these up onto my YouTube. Anytime I have a client that I'll be working on, look forward for another one of these to actually get posted. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. Thank you, and hope you have a good day.